The email popped up on my screen. What's the price? It's Peter, another client obsessed with the bottom line. I could practically hear the dollar signs clicking in his head. I've been dealing with those types of clients for months now, and I was tired of explaining myself. So I just gave him a rough estimate and hoped for the best. It wasn't the best solution, I know, but there was Peter, and this guy changed my approach. Thanks to him, my sales increased by 7% with the next few calls ahead. So when someone asks for the price first thing, I know they are not really interested in solving their problem. They just want cheap fix, and cheap fixes never work. But this conversation was different. So, what's your price? I could almost hear Peter's voice echoing in my head. It was my first conversation with him. He had seen my advertisement and my landing page, so he knew what I was offering. The whole message there is simple. We adjust offer to your needs. But still, his first question was about the price. Usually, at this point, I would tell him that I'm not interested. Why? Because it's not the type of client I want to serve. I don't serve clients who focus on the lowest possible solution. I want to serve clients for whom we can create a solution that will be delivered through the sales process that will be effective for their type of business and problem that they are facing. But this time I was having a good day. I wanted to see if I could change Peter's idea, talk to him about my process, and explain why my point of view is not focused on the money. Instead of that, I would rather focus on the solution I can provide, and from that I could calculate the cost of the service. So the first thing, I had to find out what he wanted to achieve. I started asking him about his goals and impact he wanted to create with the advertising that we wanted to create together. He wanted to create a new product. It's a new type of t-shirt. I'm starting a fashion brand. A fashion brand? Yeah, great, that sounds good. It's a VIP brand with high-end finishes. And I was stunned. This couldn't be more interesting. In my head, I had a huge gap between what he wanted and how he framed his problem. Peter wanted high-quality brand, but at the same time, the first question was about the price. And the mindset was set on getting the cheapest solution possible. So we decided to make a video call. He was my age, ambitious guy, who wanted to build something new and a new revenue for his already existing business. So what's the price? And yeah, that was the first sentence that he said. And I knew I had to shift the conversation. I needed to show him that the price wasn't everything. So I started. I need to understand your vision. What kind of money do you want to make? How much do you want to charge for each t-shirt? And how many clients do you want to reach within this advertising? I wanted to give him a broader vision on the business and the marketing, and of course showing him how everything fits together. If we create a marketing campaign too cheap, we won't be able to reach the volume you need. I know money is important to you, but think about it from the sales standpoint. How many sales would you have to achieve to get your money back? And if the marketing was good, would you change everything every month? I needed to show him the value of my services and how to fit into the overall business plan that he had. So I started asking, how much do you spend on creating your t-shirts? What about the other expenses, the rent, the marketing, the stuff? As he answered, I quickly calculated the percentage in my head. It was clear to me that investing in marketing was a small price to pay to succeed in his desires. So I pointed out that $1,000, while it might seem like quite a lot, would be a small price to pay compared to the growth that he could achieve over the 6 months or maybe a year. He needed to get his brand out there, and strong marketing could play a huge role in that success. And at this moment I could see that Peter's eyes widened. The light bulb over his head started to flicker, but he still wasn't convinced. He still wanted to go for the highest possible value and the smallest possible price. But the small advertising wouldn't bring the success he expected. And I knew I needed to change my approach. You know the moment when you are talking too long with someone and you both get impatient? You want to reach the solution, but you can't find the common language? That's what's happening right now with Peter. We've been going back and forth and trying to find the way to make our sales funnel work for his business. I started to realize that logic arguments weren't going to cut it. Peter's problem wasn't the logical one. It was the emotion. He was afraid to take a risk, and I needed to find a way to make him safe. So I asked him, what if our marketing doesn't work? What if you don't sell a single t-shirt? What if thousands of dollars were spent and it didn't bring any payoff to you? I could see the hesitation in his eyes. I understand that you are worried, I said, but I have the solution. We can split our risk in half. So I proposed a deal where I would do the entire marketing campaign for free. In return, we would split the profits from each of our new customers acquired through the sales funnel. This way, you have nothing to lose, I explained. You get a free marketing campaign, and if it works, you make money. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't cost you a single penny. Peter pondered for a moment, weighted the pros and cons of the offer. He wondered how much would he earn and how much would he have to pay if we shared the profits 50-50. Finally, he decided. He decided that he would share the risk, but in a different way. He wanted to pay me 75% of what we wanted upfront, so we would have something to start with. If the campaign turned out to be successful, he would pay me additional 35%. And yes, that's the 10% bonus. It was then when I realized something crucial. When a client asks for the price, they don't really see certainty in whether the service you perform, such as creating a sales funnel, will provide the actual value for their business. And that's most of the time when they ask for the price and look for the cheapest solution. So I agreed, and we started working together. From that moment, I changed my approach. I started focusing on guaranteed outcome of my services. I showed my clients the expected value and compared it with the cost that they have to pay. And guess what? My sales increased by 7%. It wasn't about the price. It was about the risk and the results.